9 hours ago. 9 hours ago. How do you sum up a game like that? If you're a Storm fan, how do you rationalize almost squandering a 14-point lead with 12 minutes left? And if you're a Souths fan, how do you come down from the incredible high of Latrell Mitchell's field goal, only to accept defeat? The script had been written 17 times before. The Rabbitohs travel to Victoria, and regardless of form, personnel or anything else, head home with nothing but a loss, and usually a heavy one. As it happened, how Melbourne held off epic South Sydney comeback. Exclusive, the ugly truth about Beveridge's journo rant. Icon's irresistible case to end hot stadium debate. Everyone knows about the Rabbitohs' struggles in Melbourne, never winning at either the old graveyard or the current AAMI Park, but they may never have a better chance. And for an hour, it felt like a foregone conclusion. Harry Grant set up one try with his boot and another with his running game in a whirlwind opening 25 minutes that had the Storm out to a 14-0 lead. NRL highlights. Storm edge past the Rabbitohs in Bellamy's 500th game as coach round 1. Nobody would have predicted they wouldn't score again. Stream the NRL Premiership 2022 live and free on 9 Now. With Latrell Mitchell back in the team, there were high hopes for the Souths' attack after a clunky showing in their opening loss to Brisbane. But it was evident on several occasions that Dane Gagai's absence was perhaps bigger than many first thought. A horror night for his replacement Jackson Paulo at left centre came to an end prematurely, when he was swapped with right winger Tan Milne with half an hour or so to go. Controversial penalty aids South's comeback. Despite the dropped balls, and despite the fact that Alex Johnston feasibly could have broken Ken Irvine's try-scoring record tonight, had that famous left edge been humming, it felt for the first time ever like something was going South's way in this most lopsided of rivalries. First, Justin Olam was sent to the sin bin after repeated warnings of intentional penalties. Instead of spilling the ball again, Souths capitalised on their man advantage to score twice and level the game. But there was plenty of magic still to come. Paulo sets up grandstand finish. Latrell Mitchell's third conversion attempt of the night sailed wide, and the ensuing kickoff trickled over the ball line, all but sealing the match. The short dropout only went about 4 metres, but took the friendliest of South's bouncers to reach the 10-metre line before being pounced upon by Cameron Murray, who was Herculean for the visitors. And then, of course, the field goal. Mitchell's hit was as sweet as they come, and a game that resembled ever other drubbing in Melbourne during a lacklustre first half was somehow, someway, going to golden point. But just like Cinderella's carriage turned into a pumpkin at midnight, the clock ticking past 8 ended the fair tale for the Bunnies. Ryan Papenhuisen secures the win for Melbourne. The Storm snapped back into action. They got through one solid set off the kickoff, before Cody Walker spilled the ball on South's first possession of extra time, and it was left to Ryan Papenhuisen to evade one charging defender before coolly slotting the winner on the run, his glorious mullet flowing behind him as he did so. Like it had been 17 times before, it was Melbourne beating Souths at home, just not in the way we might have anticipated even half an hour earlier. It's now a perfect 18-0 for Melbourne against the Bunnies at home, but that's the third decided by a single point. Perhaps one day, the tide will finally turn. But it won't be today. Dose of the best of the breaking news and exclusive content from Wide World of Sports. Subscribe to Letter by clicking here.